Hey everybody, what's up? It's Gilly Monster. I'm back with another episode of Crimson Skies over Kerbin. Basically, it's just going to be a series of Kerbal Space Program videos where I take aircraft from the Crimson Skies series of video games, build them, and then pit them against each other, thanks to the magic of BD Armory. So, if you're here for the first episode, there's been a couple of changes. I am only doing them on one-on-one dogfights from now on, just because the AI seems to do better in just one-on-one. If there's basically three or more involved, basically 2-on-2, um, it doesn't seem to stick with one target for very long. Like it'll switch back and forth. Like it'll go for the farthest target instead of the closest target. So it's just kind of meh. I painted them up with Da Vinci's combat kit, so that way it's a little bit more visually interesting. And I also went into the configuration files for the 50 cal Browning from BD Armory and adjusted the damage output so that way these dogfights don't take quite so long. So hopefully things should be working along quite a bit faster than they were before. And first up we have the Hughes P-22J Devastator. Basically, according to the lore for Crimson Skies, it was built in the early 1930s as a kind of heavy fighter designed for anti-Zeppelin, and as it's gotten older, other aircraft have kind of caught up with it. And basically, because it was such a high-quality plane to begin with, it's still stayed relevant and is just kind of a general-purpose fighter now instead of being kind of like a world-beating class fighter. So. And then the other one we have here is the Bell Valiant Mark II, which is kind of interesting from a lore standpoint in that it never actually shows up in any of the games. There are textures for it, I think, in the original Crimson Skies, but it never actually sees the light of day. And initially it's supposed to be a very small, very quick, lightly armed kind of interceptor, kind of like point defense, if you want to call it that. And safe to say that with the parts in BD Armory, it's not very. Its size and its weight is far above what it actually is in the what it's supposed to be anyway, as well as its armament. But it stays true, at least generally, to the appearance and the spirit of what it's supposed to be. So, without any further ado, let's get this underway. Okay, and. Yeah, I edited the Browning, the M2 Browning configuration file so it does more damage, but just a little under twice what it used to do. Because I'm sorry, but it was taking way too many bullets to kill these things before. Check out the Valiant and see what he's doing. Okay, looks like he might be coming up on the Devastator's tail. We got ourselves some hits. Uh-oh. I also adjusted the burst length for the cannons, so that way they can actually get some damage in instead of doing little half-second bursts here and there. Definitely hear some hits happening. Yeah, part of the reason why I upped the damage on the Browning is also because the aircraft in Crimson Skies are supposed to be kind of, mid to late 1930s, and so they're either made out of wood and canvas or they're made out of kind of like thin skin aluminum. And back then it didn't take much as far as for a 50 cal to bring an aircraft down. So they also don't. BD Armory also can't simulate things like fuel tanks exploding if they get hit. So this was another way to kind of make it a little bit more authentic. The top speeds are also limited to roughly late 1930s, early World War II fighter aircraft speeds of 250 to about 300 miles an hour, and so are their gun ranges. They're limited to about 300 to 400 meters. Valiant's just not wanting to give the Devastator any slack, which is good. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Still not quite enough to stop the Devastator. No, its lift is quite a bit slack now. Uh-oh. We losing? Uh-oh. Okay. Alrighty, well, first round goes to the Valiant. I'm looking around expecting to see the Valiant back there already. Oh, there he is. Now, if only you can actually hit him. Got some more hits. Ray only has 50 cal as its smallest weapon. I think we might be looking at a win for the Devastator here. If I really want it to be annoying, I could try and do this like a 1930s radio serial. But I don't think so. I don't have the self-discipline to do that. Oh, something's gonna fail. Oh, there we go. We got ourselves a kill. Effectively. Now, let's see if I can get her out. EVA, get out, get out, get out! Oh no! Ah! Oh. Oh wow, you're way too low. Okay. So far, we are 1-1 in the win department, with the Valiant and the Devastator being tied. There we go. Doesn't take long for the Devastator to turn around at all. Oh. There he is. Little dot right there. Let's see if somebody can see who gets the jump on each other. Yeah, we got some hits. I think we got some hits on both. Come on. So far they seem to be doing a lot of shooting, but not a whole lot of hitting. Got some more hits. Nope. It's like playing chicken. Who flinches first? I do have probe cores basically put at the same level as the weapons, and that's where they're actually controlling from. So any strangeness as far as control points shouldn't necessarily make too much of a difference, because that's something that BD Armory doesn't like. It doesn't like weapons that are off-center. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Well, it looks like the Devastator might have been a little bit more aggressive, at least initially. Come on. Bail out, bail out. There we go. We'll help Valentina bail out of the Devastator. But so that is a match. That is the end of the match. The Valiant won quite handily, I think. But hopefully you guys found that interesting. And next match, I'll have a couple of ground pounders, a couple of ground attack aircraft duking it out. So I'll see you all in the next video.